What's up, everybody? It's Man of Low Moral Fiber here. My name's Luke, and in this video I will be playing Melee Zer0s, and I will be taking on Overpower Level 8 Pyro Pete, the Ultra Invincible, with my friend Striker, who will also be playing Melee Zer0s. Once he gets down here, we'll go ahead and summon Pete. Try to get slag on him as quickly as possible now. Once Pete is slagged, Striker and I will try to throw our decoys in the same place so that it will be easy to get a backstab on Pete, and the same time so that hopefully we can stack Deathmark with our Death Blossom skill. Gearbox has recently adjusted the way that Deathmark and Death Blossom interact via a hot patch again, so that's going to be pretty good because it will allow us to get up to 160% extra damage having 2 zeros in the game if we stack at the exact right time. So that will be why we try to throw our deception decoys at the same time, which will usually be as soon as it's off cooldown. We'll both be trying to do that. We maintain this sync for quite a bit of the fight, and that will help us very much with doing damage to Pete. Pete's first damage here, damage over time Nova, is always going to be a corrosive Nova. And now that I have picked up that corrosive damage over time, I will not have to strip my shield anymore. And so I will quickly be switching to my inflammable Hide of Terramorphous, so that I will not catch his second damage over time Nova, which is always inflammable, or any of the fire damage over time from once his shield is depleted, because at that point he will always do a double Nova. You'll see him go into Fire Nova here in just a second, and then once we deplete his shield he will actually go into his double Nova after that. So here comes the Fire Nova. During his Nova stages, it's a great time to get some quick backstabs in for some extra damage. Throw our decoys now, again trying to place them in the same spot so that it's easy to get a backstab on Pete. When you have 2 zeros that are both trying to get backstab executes, you kind of have to leave room for the other one to actually land his melee hit, because otherwise it can get a little crowded. Pete's back is only so wide, of course. Go ahead and get more kunai on Pete. Stripped his shield there, so he immediately goes into a 2-element Nova. This will mean, though, that I will have 2 stacks of the corrosive damage over time now, and it will eat away at my health a lot quicker, especially at overpower levels, where damage over time is a lot more formidable. Because of this, Pete is obviously a lot more dangerous during the health phase than he is the shielded phase of the fight. During the shielded phase, you could theoretically just wear and alternate alkaline and inflammable shields throughout, and actually never pick up a damage over time that way, and completely protect yourself from it. However, during the health phase, he's always going to do these double element Novas, and you can actually accumulate quite a few stacks of damage over time this way. You will usually have to wash them off after a certain point, unless you kill him very, very quickly. When you wash your damage over time off, though, you're either going to spawn a handful of rats or several spider ants, and the rats have guns, obviously, and are actually more offensively dangerous than Pete for the most part. So that's why most people prefer to go for the spider ants, which I quickly took out there with a rocket launcher blast from the North Fleet. That way they will not interfere with us while we're trying to get our backstabs on Pete. Obviously, it's important to keep Pete slagged, especially for the executes, so that we don't miss any quality burst damage that way. The water will only stay on for so long, however, and it's best, especially if you're trying to get through it, to wait a little bit after you've got the damage over time to go ahead and open the pipe. That way, hopefully you can use the water for 2 wash-offs instead of just 1. Because the little critters that come out of the pipes do level up every time and become more dangerous. Now that Pete is getting lower and lower on health, we're getting him closer and closer to Killing Blow range, at which point a Deception Execute will take him out in 1 hit after that, because Killing Blow is very, very powerful, especially with the legendary Ninja Calm. Multiplicative 10 times more damage, so it's definitely pretty large. As you can see, it was able to take Pete out there when he still had a significant chunk of health left. That's why Killing Blow is very, very useful. If you guys haven't yet, please take the time to subscribe. I'd really appreciate that, guys. Otherwise, I thank you very, very much for watching. If you're interested in checking out Striker's channel, I'll leave a link in the description. And he's one of my featured channels as well. Again, guys, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it, and I hope to catch you next time. Bye, guys.